and excited to have him again, Aaron Harrington!
Thank you. Yeah, my wife's voice is like a songbird on a summer morning, like. But when she was giving birth, that voice transformed into a banshee out of hell, like. Ah! Like, have you ever heard somebody scream so loud that the scream actually like makes like trippy sounds inside the scream, like. Ah! Like, damn. And the like most fucked up part about it was that it was a home birth between midnight and 5 a.m. So I kept wondering, like, what are the neighbors thinking? Like, damn, like, what is all that screaming coming from next door? Oh, maybe they're trying to get information out of somebody. I don't know. Or maybe it's like 127 hours home edition. You know? Like their arm is trapped under the fridge and they're cutting it off with a Swiss Army knife, you know? And so it's like holding her hand when she was giving birth, but this was no ordinary hand holding. It was like arm wrestling, like a UFC fighter. And the most fucked up part was like, even though I was losing, I was still like rooting on my opponent. Like, come on, you're doing great. You can do it. Oh, here comes a contraction. Okay, okay, you win that one, but best 2 out of 3. Best 2 out of 3. Let's go. Okay, and like the. I know it happens every day, but childbirth is the most trippy sci-fi thing I have ever seen. Like, and I watch a ton of sci-fi and fantasy movies, and I do a ton of hallucinogens, so I have seen some really fucked up shit, but this is the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Like, my best impression of how weird it is like, it's like so weird. Like, it's even weirder than that scene in Aliens, you know, like where the guy like gives birth to the baby alien, you know, like he's had like, and like, because actually that seems like a way better, more realistic way to do it. Just plant your embryo in some other creature and let them like deal with giving birth to it, you know? And besides, like a newborn baby already looks like an alien already. So the only difference is that instead of it just being a puppet alien, eating its way out of some fictional astronaut, this is an actual alien coming out of my wife's actual pussy. Like, so, crazy. And so anyway, she gave birth, and but then the placenta didn't come out. And so that means that she was like actually bleeding to death. So we had to call an ambulance. And we just jumped in the ambulance and took off and just ditched the baby at home. I was like, fuck it, like, fuck the baby factory is in trouble. Like, we can make more of these things. Let's get out of here. Let's go. And it's a true story, actually. And the midwife then came to the hospital and was like, I think you forgot something. And hands me the baby. Like, I'm sorry, do I know you? Like, you don't look familiar. Like, and then the baby said, Rah! And I'm like, oh, you do look familiar. You're that little bitch who blew up my wife's pussy and put her in the hospital. And I'm supposed to love you? No, fuck you. And she said, Mama. And I'm like, oh, okay. I think I love you, but fuck you. I love you, but fuck you. I love you, but fuck you. And so I'm having this argument with my newborn baby outside the operating room when the doctor comes out. And I'm so scared she's going to give me bad news. But luckily she gave me good news, but it was still fucked up. Because she was like, okay, I got the placenta out and we stopped the bleeding. But I had to go in all the way up to my elbow to get it all out. So what I said was, thank you for doing what it took to save my wife's life, you know? But what I was thinking was, oh shit, after a baby head, and not only getting fisted, but getting forearmed, like sex is just gonna be like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. Like, oh man, like, but no, the human body is an amazing thing. Or my wife's body is an amazing thing, because after a couple weeks it bounced right back to the tight fit of a hot dog in a hot dog bun, like nom, 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 nom. And then so we had another kid after a few years, and that was so much easier. I don't know if it was because her pump was primed or what, but it was like just 3 hours, mid-morning. We just woke up, had breakfast, my wife had a baby, and then we had lunch. And the new alien had arrived. And that's my time.